Okay, guys.
We're ready to go.
All right. Hi. Good evening, good late afternoon, everyone. Hi, Bruce Hughes. This is the chair of the Abington Affordable House Trust Fund Committee, Wednesday, April 15th, 5 p.m., Abington Town Hall, Buckley Room. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Let's do the approval of the March 15th minutes, and just take a moment and look them over. Thanks, Mike, for doing that.
It was a pretty quick one last time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this will probably be a pretty quick read. Okay. Yep. Yep.
I'll make a motion to accept them.
Okay.
Minutes.
Yep, yep.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just to let you know, and you saw it, I sent out a note to Gavin, thanking him for his service to the committee. We voted to accept his resignation. Okay, and moving on. Okay, again, I've spoken to Liz and Kevin, and actually, see, she sent out something for, great opportunity for someone, we might hire to be a trust. This is well, it's in the, actually in the, I guess we can skip ahead to that one, go out of order. The Municipal Engagement Initiative. It's a brand-new model that condenses formerly 12-month process into a 6-month cohort program, providing advocates for all skills and resources needed to successfully move housing forward. Half-day training. I guess they're seeking to work with 4 new communities for the June-December session. Applicants must meet the following. This is where it gets interesting. Identify a group of 3 to 5 resident volunteers, continue to participate in the program. If we decide to go forward with this, I suppose we could solicit this. And then, but there's the other thing, the opportunities for housing production in the next 6 to 12 months. And, I guess the thing that we're looking at primarily are the schools. And that's not going to happen in the next 6 to 12 months, realistically.
Would the group be like our trust, or would it be like a citizens?
It could be citizens,
Okay.
yeah.
So people watching wanted to get involved?
Yeah,
could
if they
do that.
wanted to
Okay.
get involved, anybody watching. So, if we were, maybe, working through Town Planner Liz Shea and Assistant Town Planner Kevin Cogan, we might be able to, opportunities for housing productions includes state land for homes properties, well, MBTA Communities 3A District, which is Abington, 40R, 40Y districts, and any other affordable housing projects. So, the applications are open from April 6th to May 4th, so we've got some time. Maybe we could talk to Kevin and Liz and, see if this is something that's applicable to us.
Sure.
Okay, so do that. Mike, you said you've done some work on the Abington Habitat for Community Project. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I haven't been since the last meeting, but last time they were doing some stuff in the basement, they're putting in a door, putting in new windows. Then the next day, they're expecting a plumber to come and sort out some water issues. 'Cause, I know we talked about before that they were just having issues in general getting the water going, but that's been resolved. That you were mentioning that you drove by and it looks like they got the outside getting there, so it's getting along fast. People are putting in a lot of hard work.
It's good.
Okay, I feel bad that I hadn't volunteered. I'm looking at my calendar for next week. It's been a crazy week. And I'm doing platelets tomorrow. Anybody wants to do this, American Red Cross Blood Donor Center in Weymouth, Mass. on Route 18, whole blood platelets donors go in there, friendly staff, and they have treats and stuff like that. So that's my advertisement for doing that.
But yeah, if people want to get involved, they have all skill levels. They'll train you on the spot for whatever job you're doing. You just go to the South Shore Habitat website and sign up and they'll give you a calendar of when you can volunteer.
Okay, sounds good. And then I guess the other thing we want to talk about is I guess this will take place of our May meeting, discussion of Monday, May 18th, virtual training on running housing programs at 6 PM. Liz and Kevin will set this up. This is from the Massachusetts Housing Partnership. And Shelley Goring, Senior Program Manager for Community Assistance. We're going to work with the town of Reading on this. Let's see, okay. Yep. And we'll be able to, Liz said, do you want to do it here? And I suppose we can just do it at our homes and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah,
we don't
whatever
have to use
works.
it all. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if we do it via Zoom and people are here, we'll need Kevin Tachi to set up the Zoom, but if not, I mean, I'm fine being here, as long as the baby's not born yet.
I was about to say, is the baby born?
No, do 2 days after that, so, but I
They
think,
have their own time frame.
yeah, I know.
Well, actually, you know, if we did it here and put it on the screen and these guys were, people could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe better to have it here.
yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah, it's gonna be at 6 PM.
But the people from Reading, I mean,
Yeah,
they might have to Zoom in, or if they want to come here, like, we should invite them here.
yeah.
I don't know how far away that is.
Well, like, you know, if they zoomed in, you know, we've had, you know, you've all had meetings where there are people in person and
Yeah.
people in Zoom.
Yep.
So I just did a Massasoit Foundation Board meeting, and there's people on the screen, and there's people in the room.
Yeah, we'll have to let Kevin know.
People come to the meeting in Massasoit, you get food. It's always an attraction to me. So, yeah, we'll work on that, and,
Yeah, Reading's gotta be
yeah.
Especially this time of day.
probably
Yeah.
an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul might, you know, I mean, people can do this on their phones.
Yeah.
So Paul it might be a chance to, you know, Paul participate. Yeah, I suppose we're down to the four of us, and, you know, I suppose we, you know, might put out the word that we need somebody else, but I don't want to get more people on the committee until we really get something going, you know. I mean, it was nice at Gavin, but I understand his situation being in school and stuff
Yeah.
like that, so. So everybody out there in TV land, consider volunteering for the Habitat Project. It's in Abington, it's really coming along. And Mike's, you can go to the website, and we had to take like a training video or something like that, 15, 20-minute training.
There was like a little safety
Yeah,
video and then a little test after. It takes 10 minutes total.
okay.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we got some things going, and it'll be,
And then is there word on the hiring or like what we need to do about hiring the whatever the first thing is on there?
yeah, the administrator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've spoken to Liz and Kevin as far as the, you know, what we should be looking for, and this is, you know, something that if we were to, you know, solicit somebody, they might want to participate in this MEI program that I've mentioned, and to get the knowledge up, so, you know, we'll, I guess we got this from Jason DeRosier, so Old Colony Planning Council. Receive this information below from Jason at OCPC. This would be a great opportunity for the person you're going to hire for the trust. So I need to, you know, come in and talk to Liz and Kevin about this, and, you know, and keep you guys in the loop and stuff like that, and so we can do forward. But, you know, like I say, we you know, as far as, I think if we were to identify that there was a solid possibility of something going forward in the 6 to 12 months, then we need to quickly, you know, solicit volunteers to serve on this committee and file the application and stuff like that. So, you know, it would be good if we could do this. you
Yep.
know, So,
Yeah. But like you said, what have we got,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. We don't have anything in the pipeline. I mean, I continue to monitor selectmen's meetings as far as the status of the north and center schools. and stuff.
At the, they did like their roundtable, and one of the candidates was talking about the empty lot for the golf course that they use for fire training, that he wants to looking to like another Habitat house there or something. I mean, it'd be a ways away, but something could be on the radar, who knows?
Yeah. Well, I know,
Where they took down the house.
Yeah, they would like burn it down and have the firemen do
Yeah.
their training there.
Yeah,
and
but
now it's
aren't
just-
they doing, isn't the Strawberry Valley Committee, you're gonna use that for something?
I think
That's
I
what
think
did.
I think they're going to use it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a terrible shame. I thought
Yeah.
that,
Yep.
I know the house, you know, you can get into that, the town was in the landlord
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
I watched the selectmen's meeting,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
wanted to get out of that. But I mean, still, it's a loss of a house.
Yep.
And I think
I know, we talked about it.
Yeah,
but At that point, they already had it
Yep.
planned as a,
Yeah.
I forget what the.
Steve, was it Steve that's on the Community
Garage or
Preservation Act? And that land that the Trufants have, designated, they just want to possibly expand. They have plans for that
Okay.
land, which is unfortunate for
Yep.
us. But, and then there was the time where they sold off lands that we could have used for affordable housing. But we got to keep plugging at
Yep.
this,
What was the story with the land that they took off, that they would, the Brockton Ave, and,
Yeah. They sold it.
yeah, but they
Oh, they-
stopped the sale of it.
Oh, they did? Okay, then maybe we need to look into that and see what the status is.
Because I don't know,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, I just saw, it was,
Yeah, all
I'll
right,
see what I can find
I
out.
thought
Yeah.
that was the same land that
yeah.
we had looked at, or were gonna give money to have,
That's a good point, Pam.
Is that the one they were
Testing
gonna do the test,
Yeah.
the
the
testing? Oh, okay.
testing. That's
Yeah.
what I thought, I was confused
That's
where it
something-
was
yeah.
located, but then I asked somebody, and they said, oh, it's like next to Walmart behind there.
And
I
we
said-
paid for the testing.
Yeah, but did it actually come out? Because I don't think they ever did any testing there.
I think they did, but again, we
think they
need to
did it?
find that out.
Yeah, we should
So,
find
so,
out.
I guess we need to find out if the testing was done. And then, if it was withdrawn, would it potentially be available to us to explore for affordable housing? So Mike, you're connected to that, if you could check
Yeah,
into that,
I'll talk to
please.
some people, see what I can find out.
Yeah, that'd be great. So we have some things to look forward to. Mike's gonna look into that. Ellen Delaney complimented me on the town report that we did. I mentioned to her, thank you for being that. So if you're watching, Ellen, yes, she's great, all things housing
She
in this
put a lot of hard
community.
work into it, too.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yep, she did.
And, we appreciate Paul. We know he can't come to every meeting and stuff like that, but he gives us input and stuff like that.
Yep.
So, so
Just keep plugging along.
we just have to keep plugging along. And these aren't the longest meetings, but we try to make some good points and stuff like that. So, okay, so I say, in place of the May meeting, I guess our May thing will be the training with Reading and Town of Reading people. And we'll look into having it here. And if it's here, then we'll get Abington Cam involved in this and showing it to the public.
Perfect.
So I'll take care of that. All right. Does anyone else have anything they want to talk about tonight?
I would say maybe next time, you know how, I just saw something on one of the, I don't know if it was planning or zoning,
Mm-hmm.
that someone's making an ADU out of the garage. I'm
Yeah,
just
we-
wondering how that, where it's been approved,
Mm-hmm.
I think statewide. Like, I'm curious to find out how many people have actually, taken advantage
numbers on-
of
Well,
that.
I know we had it before the planning board last time. And Doug Elwick designed it, our local architect. And I can bring that information. I could have brought that tonight because I had it in our
Yeah, I was
planning
just
board meeting.
wondering
packet.
how,
Yeah.
if people have been taking advantage of that. and-
Yeah,
and-
well, I guess, we'll talk to Kevin and Liz and find out how many ADUs have, these are, for folks watching, ADU would be like a small, self-contained housing unit built in someone's backyard or
Or garage.
or
Accessory
attached to
dwelling
the structure and
unit,
stuff
yeah.
like it. But the trick with the ADU is it has to have, water and sewer and electricity and stuff like that. It just can't be a room. It has to be, it'd be like an in-law apartment or
Right.
something like that. So it has to be self-contained. And, Doug Elwick is a great local architect. I'm not plugging him, but he's very skilled. He has a lot of experience with this stuff. And I made Doug come up and present on his design at the planning board meeting the other week. And, Doug, he likes to talk, so he did a very good presentation on that.
No, I was just curious to see if the numbers have,
Yeah.
tipped
Impact,
up
yeah.
with that, because that was a part of,
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. How many ADUs have been done in Abington to date, and where are they? Where are they? Maybe we can ask our planning friends to do a presentation, put a map together where they are in
I don't
town.
really know, I'm just kind of curious with the numbers.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah, me
see
too, me
if,
too.
I don't think I really need to, I'm not where they are, but just that they have been done and taken advantage of the fact that now it can be more easily done than I think in the past.
Well,
And
yes.
it's, it helps out the seniors if,
Yeah. Well, chair of the planning board and chair of this committee, so yeah, and, we can get that information, that would be great.
Perfect, yeah.
So we'll do that.
Okay.
So we have some things.
Yep.
Find out where the ADUs are. Mike's gonna talk about the available property, what happened to the property. We're gonna set up the training on Monday, May 18th, in here possibly, have Abington Cam. If our Reading people will participate remotely, and we can do it in here and stuff like that. And this will give an opportunity for Paul maybe to do this remotely from his truck or something like that as well, so.
Yep,
All right, good. So we got some good stuff going.
yep.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you all for coming. Thanks, guys, for coming. Motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone, for watching this tonight, and we've got some good things coming. So thank you for your interest and attention. Good night, everyone.